Good morning. It is 3 a.m. on Sunday in Silicon Valley, and I am starting another workday. In this video, I will go over some of the unique challenges that I have faced since moving into my car 144 days ago. I will also provide an update on the exciting new technologies that I have been creating since moving to Silicon Valley. In terms of living in my Prius, I have learned a lot since giving away everything and moving into my car. Most importantly, I have learned that we as humans are very adaptable. However, there are some unique challenges that arise when you live in a car. So, today I will talk about a delicate but important subject: going to the bathroom while living in a car. I promise this won't be gross, but it will be a candid explanation of how to deal with the call of nature when a restroom is not available. When you live in a car, you learn that you quickly have to get creative when it comes to going to the bathroom in the middle of the night. The best solution is to join a 24-hour gym and choose a place close to the gym to park and sleep at night. That way, you have access to a bathroom at any time. I am a member of Anytime Fitness, which costs around $44 a month and gives me 24-hour access to any of their thousands of gyms all across the country. In addition to restrooms, Anytime Fitness locations also have showers, which is definitely a critical resource when living in a car. However, sometimes a gym location isn't close by, and neither is a public restroom. For example, I decided that I needed to get a toilet option for my car after my first bathroom emergency a couple of months ago. As you know from my videos, I went on a cross-country trip earlier this year. One night, while I was in New York, I must have eaten some food that didn't sit well with my stomach because I woke up in the middle of the night desperately needing to go, well, number two. Needless to say, there are no Anytime Fitness locations in Brooklyn where I was at the time. The only thing open in the middle of the night were convenience stores, and they didn't have public restrooms. So I went as quickly as possible to a Rite Aid that was down the street and, fortunately, open late. I bought trash bags, a roll of toilet paper, and kitty litter. I took several trash bags and lined a small cardboard box that I found in my car from a recently received Amazon shipment, and I added a bunch of toilet paper and kitty litter for absorption. I didn't care at all how silly or gross it felt to poop in a box filled with kitty litter because it was definitely an emergency situation. After that night, I realized I needed a better option to a bathroom emergency, and I went online to do some research. Like a lot of car technologies that I have used while adapting to life in a car, the solution came from the camping industry. I found a portable folding toilet on Amazon that cost around $40. I could have spent less on other options. For example, while looking at videos on YouTube, I found many ideas for using a 3 or 5 gallon bucket from a hardware store. Buckets are a lot cheaper than my custom toilet, but space is a top concern when living in a very small car like a Prius. So I decided that spending a little extra money to get the folding toilet was worth it. In addition to the toilet, I also ordered heavy-duty trash bags. Pun intended. Anyway, the trash bags are specifically designed to fit small buckets and portable toilets, and they are thick enough to guarantee no leaks, which is obviously important. Using the toilet is simple. I can set it up in one of the front seats, put in one or two trash bags, and do, well, you know. Afterward, the trash bags can be tied up tightly until morning. I learned during my New York emergency that tightly tied trash bags, even if they include poop, do not smell up your car. Fortunately, I have not had to use my portable toilet yet, because I have 24-hour access to Anytime Fitness and also the WeWork office now that I am back in Silicon Valley. However, it is good to know that I have the option because it is torture to need to go number 2 really badly and not have any option. Even though I haven't used the portable toilet yet, there are some other things that I use on a regular basis, like Gatorade bottles and multi-purpose wipes. I'll talk more about those items in my next video. Moving on to a more pleasant topic, in terms of work, I continue to push myself hard to learn how to succeed as a tech entrepreneur in Silicon Valley. This week, I am going to set a new personal record for hours worked. As of this morning, I have 68 hours of focused, productive work time this week. My plan is to put in 12 hours today, which will get me to 80 total work hours for this week. That has made for a really long week, but I'm starting to learn how to create some exciting new technologies. For example, my time this week included developing technologies that could help revolutionize how people interact with others on the internet. When you go onto sites like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or many other social media sites, everything you post, including what you write, the pictures you share, and your conversations, they are saved by that site and used to analyze your behavior and sell your personal data to organizations like marketing companies and political parties. That is why you see ads popping up while online that somehow seem to know what you've been talking about recently. It is also why you may have gotten calls or texts from politicians. The technology that I've begun working on would give you total control over everything you write and post online. My work is based on recent work by Tim Berners-Lee. If you haven't heard that name, it is one you should know. Back in the early 90s, Tim invented the World Wide Web. He also invented the programming language to make websites, and he created the first website. Recently, he announced that he was launching a new effort to make people's information on the internet safe and private. He wants to make sure that everything you write and post online remains your property that you control. To do that, he has invented things called data pods. Pods are online storage where all of the things you write, post, and share online could be safely stored and controlled by you. Social media companies could no longer take your information and use it or sell it. I am working on some technologies based on that concept. I know that's a pretty technical description, but hopefully it makes sense. It will make a lot more sense when I get my first website up and running, which I will share with you in the near future. In the meantime, I need to get back to work so I can put in my 12 hours for the day. Before leaving this page, please consider clicking the share button just below the video to share it with family and friends. It would also be great if you would click the subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner of the screen so we can stay connected. Regardless of whether you do either of those things, I really appreciate you watching these videos. It helps during these challenging times to know that you are on this journey with me. I hope that you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.